5, baby. Satisfied life. Jesus and mindset, week number 5. Today we are talking about faith and fortitude. Faith and fortitude. How do we build confidence and resilience? That's what we're talking about today. That is what we're talking about today. Today is the last one. The last one. So I'm gonna hit y'all up with this recap real quick, and then we're gonna jump right into week number 5. So first things first, this whole thing that we've been talking about overall is about Jesus and mindset. That's the thing we are talking about. How do I live the satisfied life that Jesus said he came to give me? That's the question. How do I live the satisfied life that Jesus said he came to give? So when Jesus says in John 10:10 that I came that you may have life and have that life more abundantly, what does it look like? And we talked about so many things. We talked about one, growth mindset. I have to put myself in a place to learn and to grow. I have to have a mindset that accepts the challenge. I have to have a mindset that says, I know life is gonna life, so I need to do my part to make sure that I am prepared when life comes and shows up at my front door. We talked about emotional intelligence and being aware of my emotions, being able to look at myself, understand what I'm feeling, understand why I'm feeling those things, and go from there. So we talked about a lot of stuff last week, transforming your thoughts. We legitimately talked about how to transform our thoughts. How do I transform and renew my mind? How do I renew my mind? And so we talked about taking those negative thoughts and challenging them. What is it about this? Is it true? Is it real? Am I crazy? Okay, it's not true. So what do I do from here? I replace it with a positive thought. From that positive thought, I have to go and apply it. I got to live it out. And so that's what we're talking about today. Again, all of these things add up to how do I live a satisfied life? I have to start doing the things that Jesus said I can do. I have to start living the things that Jesus said he came to give me so I could live them. I have to start doing things that Jesus said I can do. So today we're talking all tactics, baby, all tactics, nothing but how do I do it? So when we talk about building faith and fortitude, or building confidence and resilience, having faith and fortitude, how do I do that? How do I actually live this thing out every single day? First things first, I need to know and remember. Let me see if I got it right here. Yeah. First and foremost, I have to remember and understand that confidence and resilience are not qualities that develop in theory. They are forged through consistent action and practice. To build confidence and resilience, we must engage in purposeful actions daily and consistently. I will read that one more time. Confidence and resilience are not qualities that develop in theory. They are forged through consistent action and practice. To build confidence and resilience, we must engage in purposeful actions daily and consistently. That is what I have to do. That is how I build confidence and resilience. It will not develop in theory. I cannot sit and think about having confidence. I can only try something and grow confidence. I will not come back quicker if I don't withstand anything. Resilience only comes from trying to do something and it not going well. I cannot think my way to confidence. I cannot think my way to resilience. I have to live something to gain confidence and gain resilience. So first things first, I have to know and I have to understand that. These are the things I'm looking for, and these are the things I'm trying to do. So remember, Proverbs 2, verse 6, it says, "For the Lord gives wisdom. From his mouth come knowledge and understanding." And again, this word wisdom is skills and abilities that will help you have continued success. I have to pick up the skills and abilities. God is trying to give me wisdom. He is trying to give me skills. He is trying to give me abilities so that I can have continued success in my life. And I shut those opportunities down because I'm uncomfortable. I shut those moments down because I am not confident to step into it. I shut these moments down because I don't think I have enough in me to try. And that is just not true, because the only way you can build confidence and resilience is by trying. So I have to try. Number one, confidence and resilience only comes from doing. Confidence and resilience are the results of repeated, intentional actions over time. They are built through a combination of both faith and practical application. A lot of times, unfortunately, as Christians, we like to sit and say, God is in control of that. He's going to do this, yada, 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 so on and so forth. And then I take myself out of the equation altogether. And that's just not true. When I remove myself out of the equation, then I put everything on God as if I don't have a part in it. Somebody's got to sign the paperwork. Somebody's got to have a healthy body so that they can live the life that God is trying to give them. Somebody has to have some money management skills to handle the finances that God is giving us. Somebody has to be able to regulate their emotions so that they can raise these children properly. We have a part to do in it. And so we pray for a child. We pray for finances to be blessed. We pray for our bodies to work well. We pray for all of these things, but we don't do our part in just showing up ready. So where faith and my actions intersect, they intersect at the place of I have a part in what God is going to give me. I have a part to play. So if the Father is going to give me a job that is going to give me more money, that is going to require certain skill sets, maybe I should show up and try to give and do and perfect these things. We never think about that. We just go, oh, well, yeah, I'm waiting on God to give me the job. And God gives the job, but we're not ready. God is giving all the opportunities, but I don't have the certifications that I need. God is giving me the job, but I can't physically move my body enough to do what the job says. God wants to bless me with finances, but I refuse to have a budget. God is going to give me children, and when these children come, I am just going to keep doing the things that I've always done and never actually grow as a person to lead them and lead them well. These are all things that I have to do if God is going to give me the things that I am asking for. So I have to be ready. I have to do something. So when it comes to doing something, how do we do something that gives us a life of satisfaction? Number one, we have to set up systems and goals. We have to have good systems and we have to set up some goals. That's what we have to do. Number one, the difference between systems and goals. Goals are the desired outcomes that we strive for, and systems are the daily routines and processes that help us reach those goals. I will say that again. Goals are the desired outcomes that we strive for. Systems are the daily routines and processes that help us reach those goals. And the reason that we call them systems is because when I have a system, the system is going to answer for me on the days that I don't want to do it. The system is going to make sure, regardless, that on my worst day, I can do the thing that I want to do that is going to help me get to the goal I am trying to reach. That makes sense. I have to have a system in place that on my worst day, I can still strive toward the goals that I want in my life, the things that I want to achieve, the things I want to be ready for. I have to put myself in a system that allows me to strive for the goals. That's what's up. I like that. So when it comes to goals, how do I set these goals? There's this thing called SMART goals, S-M-A-R-T, SMART goals. This acronym stands for specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time bound. So a lot of times we throw out wishes. I just want this. I want to become this. I want to become this. I want to become this. I want to do this. I want to do this. I want to do this. And we very rarely take the time to put these things into the plan that we make. We have no systems. We have goals. We always say, I want to lose this for the summertime. Okay, so I want to have a six-pack by the summertime, but it's April. We can even go back to March. It's March. Mid-March. And so I'm trying to have this goal that I'm going to have a six-pack so I can go to the beach or I can go to the pool and show off my upper body. But here's the thing. It is specific, yes. It is measurable, yes. Is it achievable? I don't know. Is it relevant? Is this something that I actually want in my life? Or is this something that I think is just going to give me status? Is it something that I think is just going to make me feel like I'm better than other people? Or people look at me and think that I am X, Y, and Z? And then time bound. I did put a date on it, summertime. But what does that really mean? So when it comes to putting out or creating these SMART goals, I want to do the 12 by 12 workout every single day for 30 days. Is it specific? Yes, I know what I want to do. 12 by 12 workout. Is it measurable? Every single day. Yes, I can track this. I did it today. Is it achievable? Yes, it is. It's going to take no more than 15-20 minutes. Is it relevant? Yes, it is relevant because more than what I want to do, this goal of doing it, I really want to be healthy. I want to have a healthy body. I want to have a body that moves and moves well. So this is relevant to me. Time bound, 30 days. I'm going to do this for 30 days, and at the end of 30 days, I'm going to see what's happening. That's what I'm going to do. It has to be specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time bound. I have to put a date on when or how long this is going to go. I have to put that in my goal. I don't know what my son is crying about, but he's crying. These kids are tired. So it has to be specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time bound. And this one that's relevant and achievable, they call it the 4% rule, I think, or the Goldilocks rule. The Goldilocks rule. The Goldilocks rule, speaking of achievable and relevant, is this something that is just hard enough for me to try to attain? And is this thing interesting enough for me to stick with it longer than the first try? That's the question. That's the Goldilocks rule. Is it just right? It has to be a little harder than what I'm used to, but it has to also keep my attention while I'm trying to do it. So when it comes to these SMART goals that I want to put out there, I want to begin doing this. I want to challenge myself every single day. And every day I'm going to have a challenge that I take on very specifically for the next 30 days. Every morning I'm going to wake up, I'm going to write down the challenge of the day, and I am going to face it head on. Again, very specific, very measurable. Did I take on the challenge or not? Achievable. I'm giving myself challenges that are just a little uncomfortable, but I know I can do it. Is it relevant? Yes, because I want to be a person that has growth mindset. I want to be a person that doesn't cower when a challenge comes. I want to be a person that is resilient, that can be knocked down and come back. I want to be a person who can do that. And then time bound. I'm going to do it for 30 days. And we'll see where I am in 30 days. And if I like it, maybe I keep doing this. Maybe I up the challenge. Maybe I do 2 challenges a day. I don't know. But that is how I set up SMART goals. I got to make sure that they are very specific. I know exactly what I'm doing. Every day, I want to take a cold shower for 30 seconds every single day. It is specific, it is measurable, it is achievable, it's relevant, and it is time bound. I have to make sure that the goals I have are specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time bound. So next, what do? In the middle of all of this, you gotta start writing stuff down. You have to track everything. You have to track everything. Write everything down. Write down the wins. Write down the losses. Write them all down. You have to continue to write down everything. What did I learn from the loss? How did I feel when I started it? How did I feel during? How did I feel after? You ask anybody who is getting off the couch to start working out again, those emotions, oh my gosh, you are dreading it in the beginning. You don't want to do it, trying to just not do it. And then in the middle of it, you kind of black out. This sucks. I don't want to do it. And then you're just in it. And then you're halfway done. And then you're almost done. And then you get done. And then you feel so proud of yourself. You feel so proud of yourself every single time you get it done. And so you have to write these things down, because I guarantee you, if you stick with 30 days of challenges, and then you look back at what you felt on day one, you're going to be looking at a different person. You're going to look back at the day one person and go, dang, I'm really out here doing stuff now. This is crazy. I love this. So I have to write everything down. I have to write down the wins. I have to write down the losses. I have to write down what I learned. I have to write down what I felt. I have to track all of it. One of my favorite stories, and I talk about it all the time, is when the Israelites are about to cross the Jordan, or they just crossed the Jordan, and God says, hey, pick up some stones and set them up as a monument. Joshua 4:6-7. These stones are to be a memorial to the people of Israel forever. These stones are to be a memorial to the people of Israel forever. You take that day one sheet, everything that you wrote down day one, you take all of that stuff and then you keep it. And 30 days later, you will see a different person. 6 months later, you don't even recognize who that person was. A year later, it is a memorial of where I was and where I refused to go back to. I remember the day that my life changed. I remember the day that I did something different. Write it down. So when you write it down and you can look at it 3 weeks, 4 weeks, 6 months, a year, you know you are different. You know your mind is renewed. You know that you are living a life that is satisfying. Every day I want to read my Bible. Okay. So then here's the thing. It does not matter if it's specified and measurable, achievable, relevant, and doing a time. So for the next, 30 days, 2 weeks, I want to build a new habit of reading my Bible. I want to build a new habit of prayer time. I want to build a new habit of cleaning my kitchen. I want to build a new habit of doing whatever it may be. Put a time frame on that mug and measure it, track it, cross it out with an X on your calendar. I don't care how you do it, track it. And the stuff that you do, the stuff that you do will create this confidence. The stuff that you do will create this resilience, because in that 30 days, in that time frame that you choose, you are going to have massive highs and massive lows. Massive. And in those highs and lows is where you are going to see a different person every single time. Every single time you are going to see a different person when you write things down. Next, when it comes to write after I write things down, affirmations, prayer, meditation. I got to get some affirmations that legitimately reinforce the person that I want to be. The person that I want to become. And we talked about this last week when we said about bringing positive thoughts back into the forefront of our minds. I have to have something that's going to reinforce and rewire and physically change my mind. It is going to grow my brain. It is going to grow my brain when I actually talk to myself out loud and tell myself what kind of person I am. It's going to change the whole game. Prayer and meditation. Spend some quiet time with Jesus. We are on our phones. We have headphones. We got music playing in the background. Spend some time quietly. Come back to sitting down and being quiet. Pray in your head with no music, no nothing. You want to change who you are? Start slowing down and sitting down. Quiet. No music, no background, no nothing. 2 minutes. I dare you to sit quietly for 2 minutes and just let your thoughts be. As you begin to talk about the person you are, the person you want to be, all of these things, guess what's going to happen? You're going to see your quiet time mind change. You're going to become a person that knows who you are and can live confidently. Your prayer time will change. It's an awesome thing when you take these affirmations and you say, I am a person that does X, Y, and Z. I am a person that does X, Y, and Z. I can be. I can take on a challenge. If you can sit down and pray silently and meditate 2 minutes, and I know you're going, oh, it's 2 minutes. I could do that. I dare you. I dare you to do 2 minutes of quiet tonight before bed. No phone, no nothing. Set a timer and close your eyes and be quiet. It is not as easy as we think it is. But guess what happens? If I do it every day, my whole world changes. I become a different person, legitimately. Practical exercises. Visualize, journal, get you a group of people. Again, visualizing. If I got affirmations up, I can see it. But get some pictures, man. Yesterday, Jenny was just pointing out, there was a sandals commercial. And she was like, babe, babe, babe. I was like, let me get this money and we doing all of it. But y'all know my favorite place to go that I have not even been there yet is the Maldives. And the pictures on my background, some people have pictures of their kids. Some people have pictures of their nieces and nephews or their mom. Some people have pictures of themselves. I have pictures of the Maldives because I am constantly visualizing where I want to be. I'm gonna just tell y'all right now, the way I want a vacation, a trip to the Maldives is going to cost me at least $20,000. At least $20,000. So if that's a place I want to go, one, there are things that I have to do to get there, but two, I have to make sure I'm constantly seeing it. Because if I'm seeing these places, then it's just natural for me to be there. When I go and I start looking at hotels or when I start looking at these resorts, well, the price won't even matter because I've been looking at it for so long. This is where I'm supposed to be. Visualizing where you want to be is a game changer. Put it on your background. Visualize the person you want to be. Y'all remember like 90s movies where like the kid or the person will want to be like a bodybuilder, so they like cut a picture out of their head and then put it on a bodybuilder, and then that would be up on their mirror. Visualize. This is the person I am becoming. I will look like that. I will go to that place. I will have a bank account that looks like this. And your mind is going to start finding ways to get there. It is up to you to step into the challenge of that and to do it. Again, we talked about writing everything down. I have to journal. I got to track where I am, what I'm feeling, all of the things. And I think probably more than anything, find you a community of people who think the same. Find you a community of people who think the same as you do. Because that is a game changer. When you can tell your friends, hey, not only am I going to go to the Maldives for $20,000, but I'm going to make enough money that $20,000 doesn't move the needle at all. Get you some people who are going to hear you say that and give you a fist bump and say, let's go. I'm one of those people, by the way. I'm one of the people, if you got dreams, let's go get the dreams, man. Let's go get the dreams. Because the only thing stopping me from the dream is me. It's me. I've been saying for years that I was going to write a book. And probably 3-4 times a month, I'm like, Rafer, what are you doing? Are we writing this book or not? But I don't have too many people in the community that's like, yo, when is this book coming, bruh? You said you was going to write it. I got to get some people around me that are going to help gas me up. Step into the challenge, Rafer. I got to visualize. I have to journal. I have to have people around me that are going to help me live out the challenge. I have to. Put something on your window, man, on your mirror. Put something up there. You have to step into the challenge. You have to. Every single day, you have to step into the challenge. That is what we are here to do. Again, confidence and resilience are not qualities that develop in theory. Confidence and resilience are not qualities that develop in theory. They are forged through consistent action and practice. I have to do something. Again, I have to do something. At some point, I can't just keep looking at Instagram or TikTok or Facebook or wherever I am saying, that's a really good word. You really encouraged me. I have to take it from that and do something. So if I'm going to build confidence, if I'm going to build resilience in my life, I have to start somewhere. I have to have some goals that I am trying to achieve, and I have to have some systems that help me achieve these goals. I think it's in Atomic Habits. He calls it the 2-minute rule. Find something that takes less than 2 minutes to do that will start your habit. Find something. So, for example, for the person who wants to get up and work out, let me build a system. So every night before bed, what do? I take my workout clothes out and I put them on the dresser every night. That is the new thing I'm going to do. What's the second thing I do? I go buy me an alarm clock. So I have to get out of the bed to go turn the alarm clock off. And guess what's over there when I turn my alarm clock off? My workout clothes. But it took me less than 2 minutes last night to take my clothes out and put them on the dresser. I set my alarm goes off, I wake up in the morning, I'm already standing up. I might as well put my clothes on and go downstairs and see what happens. At this point, do I really want to be the person that I say I want to be or not? Last night, when I had the energy and I put all the stuff together, pre-packed the lunches, all the stuff, I did all the pre-work stuff. So now I can wake up and just get to work. Okay, the night before, I want to get up. I want to spend 2 minutes of silence. I want to read my Bible. How am I going to do that? Okay, let me get my Bible ready. Let me get my pen. Let me get my notepad. Let me get my time, whatever it is. All right. I wake up and I have to have a system that's going to answer for my brain. When my brain says get back in bed, I have to have something that makes me go out to the living room or to the dining room or wherever my Bible is. If you got to say, hey, you set all that stuff up, are we going to do it or not? Confidence and resilience are not qualities that are developed in theory. So, the next time I want to talk to my mom, the next time I want to talk to whoever about this, because I get nervous and I always slink back. Okay, when that uncomfortable feeling comes up, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to start with a simple question. Can I ask you something? Can I say something? Can I challenge your thought? Are you okay if I speak up for how I feel about what you said? I have to have a system that is going to help me attain the goals. I saw on Instagram last week, he said, you got to have a ceiling and you got to have a floor. The ceiling is, in that hard conversation, I said everything that I wanted to say. I was eloquent. I said everything, and they were so in it with me that they didn't even get defensive. They started crying and they gave me a hug. That's my ceiling. I am going to be so great at speaking up for myself. And then the floor is, I'm just going to ask one question. If I can just ask one question, then I know at least I'm working towards being this eloquent, well-spoken, emotional person. It applies everywhere. I want to be able to name my emotions in the moment. Okay? My ceiling, boom, I feel it. I know exactly what it is. My floor, I can sit there and wrestle with it and not just like fly off the handle. Okay, if every day when I feel something and I can just hold on long enough to wrestle with what I'm feeling, then that's a win for me. I am becoming more resilient. I am becoming more confident in my emotional intelligence. It applies everywhere, you guys. I want to save money. How much do I want to save? I want to have $10,000 in the bank by the end of the year. We all start January like that. I want to have this much by the end of the year. Okay, what is my ceiling? 10,000 by the end of the year. Or every paycheck, I'm going to save this much. Okay, what's my floor? My floor is every paycheck, this at the worst is what I will save. And either way, whether I reach the $10,000 or not, I get into a habit of saving. I get into a habit of confidently managing my money. It works every single area of your life, you guys. I have to do something. If you get nothing else from this tonight, confidence and resilience are not qualities that develop in theory. You have to do something. You have to be in the moment. You have to plan and execute. And you don't have to execute well. You just have to execute. That's the point of it. You have to execute a little. Get some SMART goals. Get some systems. Track everything. Write it all down. Write it all down. Visualize. Step into that mug, man. Get you some affirmations. Meditate. Change the game. Become satisfied with yourself and Jesus. You have to do these things. In doing all these things, the process is going to build confidence. The process is going to build resilience. The process is going to change you. The process is going to renew your mind. The process is going to sanctify you. The process is going to make you a more satisfied person in your life. Period. Dot. Every time. I kid you not. That's what it's going to be. So, that's all I got tonight. I know, quick and dirty, in and out, baby. But it's so straightforward. It's so straightforward. If y'all have any questions, y'all can throw them in there. But it's such a straightforward week this week. Am I going to do it or I'm not? Am I going to do the things that I said I was going to do, or am I not going to do them? That's it. That is the actual question. Am I setting myself up for success? Am I challenging myself, or am I not? And if you're not going to challenge yourself, be okay with where you are. That's why right now, Rayford just needs to work out every day. I'm not on let me get a 6-pack and slim down. No, I like ice cream and dessert at night. I know that. So for me, it is not relevant or achievable for me to go and get a fit body. Nah, I want my heart healthy, bruh. So I'm gonna work out, I'm gonna have me a little dessert, and that's what it's gonna be. I'm gonna drink my water. But I know where I want my energy to go. I know where I want to live my life. And that's what I do to live my life. This is where I want to be, and these are the things that I am going to attack. And everything else does not matter. I'm not chasing people around. I'm not going above and beyond. No, I want to be a good husband. I want to be a good father. I want to manage my money well. I want to work out. I want to build my business. And that's where my focus is. There are very few things outside of that for me. But that's where I want to be. That's where I want to live my life. And so you got to find the things that you want to do, and you have to set smart goals. You have to get some systems in place. I don't even use my phone as an alarm clock anymore. I haven't done that. It's probably been a year and a half, 2 years almost. But setting that alarm and having to get up out of the bed, you're up. The clothes are right there. I might as well change. And the amount of times where I've gotten up and I put my clothes on and I come downstairs and I sit for 15, 20, 30 minutes, and then I finally do the workout. The amount of times I've taken my water bottle with me so I could drink all 40 ounces at work. I drink no water at work, but it's with me. And then guess what I do? Oh yeah, my water, and drink it on the way home. If we gonna do it, we gotta do it. And that's the only way to make it happen, is by doing it. So again, that's all I got. I'm repeating myself at this point. Dang, 40 minutes of quiet time, yeesh. Whew. I'm really good at like 2. Mostly I still get bored and like antsy at like 2 minutes. 40 minutes, dang, that's pro level. 40 minutes of quiet time, dang, that's wild. I love that. But we got to start somewhere. Because I'm going to tell y'all right now, I bet you she didn't start with 40 minutes. I bet you she practiced and kept practicing and challenging and working through the uncomfortable parts, all of this stuff to get to 40 minutes. That's what's up. I love that. You got to practice. You got to do. You have to challenge every single day. You got to work towards the person that you want to be. All right. Well, if y'all don't have nothing else, that's all I got. This was good. Satisfied life, man. 5 weeks. The discipline to do it when the motivation is lacking. Sometimes it's just a few minutes at a time. And that there is no truer statement. Again, it's not about me stepping up and doing the ceiling every day. It's about the floor. What's the minimal? Right now for me, it's the 12 by 12 and it's my walk, my 1 mile walk. If I can get my 1 mile walk in and my 12 by 12, I did the thing I was supposed to do. Sometimes the mile turns to 1.5 miles. Sometimes the mile turns to 3. Sometimes we're about to up the 12 by 12 tomorrow because it's Tuesday. So we're about to step up what we're doing, and that becomes the new floor. But every challenge breeds more confidence, and each bit of confidence breeds another challenge. It breeds more resilience every single time. We got to challenge the right things. All right. This was good. 5 weeks. Satisfied life. What is it? Growth mindset, emotional intelligence, renew your mind, transform your thoughts. And 5, build some confidence and some resilience. You can do it. I believe in you. Y'all keep your eyes and your ears open. I'm about to start shifting gears on what's coming for Simple Shifts. And I think I may start a group coaching call, a weekly group coaching call. I don't know. We'll see. I really feel like that's what I want to do right now. I want to like walk with a group of people through something. So I think that's probably the next thing that's coming. So yeah, that's all I got. Y'all have a good night. Y'all have a good week. Don't let the bed bugs bite. Keep your head up. Keep living the satisfied life that Jesus came to give us. Please do. correct way to read your Bible when you're first starting. I would say start with a reading plan from download the Bible app, the YouVersion Bible app. And just start with you can just start with a daily reading. Do one of those, do a 30-day about anything, honestly. I would just say make sure that it is more Bible focused than devotional focused. That is what I would say. Start with Bible and then have a little bit. Other than that, study guides are great. Get some study guides, because then they lead you down a path to ask questions, have you answer questions, so on and so forth. Yeah, that is the best thing to do. I say get a study guide, or get the Bible app and do a reading plan and go from there. I think that's the easiest way to start. Have somebody guide you. Yeah, listening on the app is better for some. So listen. Yeah, I know a lot of people, honestly, who listen to the Bible. So yeah, listen to the Bible. It counts, all of it. A little bit at a time, one day at a time. That's all you need. It is better to build the habit than it is. And specifically when it comes to the Bible, I like to say, if you can build the habit of reading or studying, then everything else is going to happen for you. So if you were just I'm just going to read Romans over and over again, you're going to have a life change by the time you're done. If you read Romans twice back to back and you read it in, little pieces every day, you're going to be different on multiple fronts. You're going to know how to read your Bible. You're going to learn how to study. You're going to have a habit of studying and reading. All of these things are going to happen if you just start doing something. So yeah, have a guide, listen to it. Again, floor. What's my floor? I got to have a ceiling and I got to have a floor. What's my floor? Figure out your floor and do that every day. If you can do it when you're sick, if you can do it when you don't feel like it, if you can do it because you said you would do it, there you go. There's your floor. So find what works for you and go from there. All right. That's all I got. Y'all don't let the bed bugs bite again, and keep your eyes and your ears open. Simple Shifts is about to step the game up. So I love y'all. Peace out.